Good morning. How y'all doing today? So, what we gonna talk about today is the narcissist in sex. Okay? So, for the one that I had, that was everything to him. Sex was, baby, sex fixed everything. It was something that had to be done, and even came out his mouth one time way back in the beginning. It was like, if you don't do such and such stuff, there's somebody else out there who will do it. He put it in those terms, basically like what you want to do, somebody else will do. And I was just like, well, if you got to find somebody else to do it, then you don't need me, because you want it, but you're not giving it all the time. Certain things. Yeah, he wasn't giving the thing that he wanted from me all the time. He wasn't giving it back in return, or wasn't, because I wasn't doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted a particular thing all the time, but he wasn't willing to give that same thing back in return as much as he wanted it to. So I wouldn't fold in that area, because if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. But if I don't, be okay with that or whatever. But don't sit here and tell me that you'll find somebody else to do it, because that's not going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that was just a little piece of something. But the narc thought that sex fixed everything when it came to me. But when it came to him, it was a different story. So I ain't gonna be before y'all long. I just wanted to come and drop this real quick or whatever, see if anybody else experienced this with their narc or whatever, or a toxic person. So he would do things to make me mad, and when he would make me mad, his way of making me feel better or making me get over the situation was to come and have sex with me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sex is cool. I like to make up sex or whatever, but that ain't everything. It's not going to fix all of the problems, especially when it doesn't fix anything on your behalf. So he can use it to make me feel better, but I can't use it to make him feel better. I'm talking about, boy, he would hit me with the no, don't touch me. He'll go sleep in the living room or something like that, just to keep me from getting some. But if it was me on the other end, the whole relationship would be over and done with. And I'm going to tell y'all how I know that to be true. We'll get there. So, here it is. Sometimes the things is, petty that we get into or whatever. And if I just don't feel like talking to you, I just don't feel like talking to you. But the narc don't like that. So, he going to find a way to make me talk to him, or make me get back in, try to get back in my good graces or whatever. So, by the end of the night, I'm usually not a person who hold on to things for a very, very long time. I do like to, take my time, feel how I'm going to feel, and then move past that or whatever. But it ain't going to take me 4 and 5 days, depending on the situation. Depending on the situation determines how long I can be mad at you. If it's something petty and stupid or whatever, I'll be done with that by the end of the day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So by the end of the day, yeah, I'm ready to make up or whatever. But when you've really, really done something wrong, sex ain't gonna fix the issue. And so he would get mad at me because it ain't working for me, because like, we'll do it and he'll think that when I get up from there, I should be fine and over everything that went on. No, sir. You just gave me some good. That's all. That you just pleased me. But I'm not ready to, we still need to talk about things. We need to make sure we have a good understanding of why things happen the way it happened, and what we're going to do to prevent it from happening again, so we're not in this boat. Nah, he think that once we do it, that seals the deal. And I'm finding out that that's what most narcs do. Like, in the hoovering and discarding stages, if you answer the phone when they break up with you, that means you forgive them for all the wrong they done. If you reach out to a family member or somebody close to them and they get back to them, that's telling them that you're okay with how they treated you and you're back, you're fine. So now they can come back in and hoover you again. And so that's how he was with sex. It was like, okay, if I just gave you some, you shouldn't be we shouldn't even be talking about this no more. And I'm like, no, sir, that don't mean nothing. That just mean we had us a little good time. That was the only time we was able to see eye to eye and be on the same page without any problems. That's all that meant. But the problem is still there, because even though you think I should be over it, even though we've done something, you're still thinking it's okay for you to do that all over again because I laid down with you and gave you some. So here it goes. Why I believe that me shutting him down for the very first time was the reason he left this time around, because that's grounds for leaving. That's grounds for being discarded, baby. You turned me down. You rejected me. So now I gotta leave. And I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when he was gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So everything was going good between us before Thanksgiving. Once Thanksgiving Eve got here, he was acting, he was putting on a show, and I was already aware of what was going on. I knew he wasn't going to go and celebrate Thanksgiving because the way he was acting already. He told me he wasn't feeling good. He had sickle cell. He told me he wasn't feeling good. Okay, that's fine. Let me see what I can do to make you feel better, like I always do. But while I'm trying to make him feel better, he's like totally ignoring me. He's giving me the silent treatment. And at this point, ain't nothing going on except for it's a holiday. This is going to be our very first holiday together. Our very first Thanksgiving together. Our very first celebrate my birthday together. Our very first Christmas and our very first New Year's. So here we are on this month of Thanksgiving. He done hyped me up all month long that he is excited about celebrating Thanksgiving with me. And then here comes the day before. He want to cut up. He want to act the fool. So now he doesn't feel good. So I'm like, all right. He probably don't feel good, but I feel like he just don't want to go and celebrate, because what he was trying to do was he was trying to go home to celebrate with his family. But you do that every year. And here it is. We done been together 4.5 years. And we've never celebrated Thanksgiving, Christmas, my birthday, or New Year's ever. We celebrated all the other holidays. Mother's Day, Father's Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July. We've celebrated all of that. Easter, Father's Day, all that. We've never done Thanksgiving, Christmas, my birthday, and New Year's. My birthday falls on December 2nd. So we haven't done none of that. Celebrating none of these holidays together. And so here's our very first holiday to celebrate together. And you want to celebrate at home. No, we need to celebrate it here in our home that we got together, that we've never celebrated together in, for the very first time. Save going back home, because you do that every year. We're trying to turn over a new leaf and create some new memories or whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. He get what I'm saying too, but he don't want to do that. He want to go home and celebrate the same way he always do. But no, the goal is for us to celebrate finally in our own home the holidays that we have not celebrated. And that was some of the things that we talked about as him coming back into the relationship. Not knowing he's a narc. That, yeah, he gonna agree with everything that I'm saying just to get what he wants. So none of that stuff was solidified with him, but it was solidified with me. I was really looking forward to seeing what the holidays that we have not experienced each other would feel like. And so here we go. We rolling up on Thanksgiving, and now he's playing the sick card. And so I'm like, you know what? All right. Well, I feel like now that he's saying he's sick and it's the day before, he has no plans on going. So I get up that morning and I find out he's sick over his phone call. He doesn't tell me anything. But as I'm talking to him and I'm saying good morning and I'm asking him what's his plans for the day, he's sitting there with that dumb look on his face that narcs give you. Like, that silent treatment look. You know what I'm saying? They giving you that stupid look, and he's not responding to me. So he goes in the bathroom and he gets on his phone. He's talking fine and clear on his phone to whoever's on that phone, and he's telling them he doesn't feel good and this, that, and the third. And so I'm like, okay, he don't feel good. So me being a good woman that I am, I'm like, all right, let me go get the things that I already know he gonna need when he's not feeling good, because he got sickle cell. You know what I'm saying? The Pediasure, and I just get him a lot of liquids, because at the times when he's not feeling good, he don't eat like that, because he's used the sickle cell thing so many times. Now when I'm looking back at it, it was all baloney. Because I'm telling you, he would be on the phone talking to other people, and he would sound so different talking on the phone to other people. But as soon as he get off the phone, now he can't talk. He can't use his voice. He can't use words. I'm telling y'all, this man switch up as soon as he get off the phone. I'm asking him, babe, do you need anything? He just sit there and grunt at me and look at me like I'm crazy or something like that. And I'm like, you was just on the phone talking, using your words. Use your words with me. Say something. And he just sitting there looking at me. And I'm like, either you want the help or you don't. So if I help him, he give me his butt to kiss. If I don't help him, then he want to tell me I'm like everybody else or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So he's used that a lot of times to get out of doing things. So, like I said, he's claiming he's not feeling good or whatever. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm not in his body. I don't know when he's not feeling good. And I can't sit. You can't sit here and tell somebody that they don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? So I know him to be having sickle cell. So I'm thinking he's having a sickle cell crisis. He's a great actor. So let's not forget that. He is a definitely great actor. And the man can act. I'm talking about, he know how to act when the ambulance get here. He know how to act when he gets to the hospital. He is an actor. And I fell for the baloney for a very, very long time, up until January 27th, when our relationship ended. That's when I started seeing everything for what it was. But I didn't find out he was a narc until after the relationship was over. And I started doing my research, and baby, I've been played with a narc for a very, very long time. And so now I'm on my healing journey, but I'm just putting out all of these red flags for other people who are dealing with it and still not sure what they got going on in front of their face. Baby, if you going through any of these things and you in the beginning of this, run far away. Don't look back, because ain't nothing good coming out of it. I'm talking about, you can do all the praying you want to. It ain't working, baby. The prayers you need to send up is for yourself. Find love for yourself, because when we get with these people, we're at a low point in our lives where we don't love ourselves as much as we think we do. They will definitely get you to the place that you need to be to find love for yourself. But if you can find it another way, go ahead and find it a different way. But if that's what's in the plans that God have for you, you gonna have to just go through your journey. But if you are seeing these videos and narcissistic stuff is popping up on your timelines, baby, look into those videos just to check and make sure your relationship is all right. Because if you dealing with a narc, it's not. It ain't. I ain't heard no good stories yet. None. And it's a 1% chance that a narc changes. It takes them to go and get the help. Ain't nothing you can do. That's just like a crackhead. I thought I could get a crackhead help. Them people got to want the help for themselves, and they got to do the work themselves. Ain't nothing you, me, or their parents or anybody else can do. It's something that they have to have and want for themselves. And if your narc ain't working on it, ain't in counseling, ain't getting medicines that they need, different things, baby, it's not gonna work. It ain't. You just gonna be wasting your time. But it will help you fall in love with yourself. It'll get you on the path that you need to be on. But I'm telling you, if you can find your path a different way and avoid going into a narc situation, Baby, I'm telling you, you'll be a lot better off, because sometimes those situations will land you in the hospital, have you losing your mind. And you don't need all that. You don't need all that. Find the love for yourself. That's all I can tell you about that part. But like I said, so he's claiming he's sick. I'm not in a position to tell this man that he does not feel good, because I don't know what his body feels like when he's going through a sickle cell crisis. So I don't chance it, because I ain't finna play with nobody's health and nobody's life like that. You know what I'm saying? So anytime he says anything about his sickle cell, I take it serious. But what I found out is that I took it more serious than he did. And I had to sit back and watch and like catch that too, because I'm like, you know what? When you start mess, you love to holler about your sickle cell. But when you're starting to mess up, you're not thinking about your sickle cell. Because he would love to tell me, like, if I catch him in the, catch him lying or catch him doing something he ain't got no business doing, he'll love to tell me, see, you inconsiderate. You don't know how my day might be going. You don't know how my body might be feeling. And you want to come up here and start all that talking, all that arguing, and all this, that. You don't know. You don't never know how I'm feeling. And then he'll fall into a sickle cell crisis all of a sudden. Now I'm cramped up. Now I can't breathe. Now he about to have a heart attack. Them little games he used to play with me. And so he's used that on me so many times to get his ways. But when he does stuff to me, or when I do things to him and I want to use the sex to, smooth things over and make things right with him, he'll deny me. So Thanksgiving night, I'm telling you, all throughout the day, once I found out he was sick, I hear it over the phone call. After he gets off the phone, I ask him, I'm finna go to the store. Do you need anything different than what I'm already going to the store to get for you? He's just sitting there looking at me stupid. Like, I asked him a question that he don't know the answer to. Like, he was a deer caught in head. Like he was looking at me like I was real stupid. And I'm like, hello. Do you need anything different from the store? And then I stopped in mid-sentence. I was like, you know what? The hell with it. I'll bring you back when I want to bring you back. Because we done this too long. Every time something like this happens, he's having a sickle cell crisis, supposedly. This is the supposedly. Every time he has a situation like that, he always ignores me. Goes silent on me, or act like he can't talk. Act like he can't communicate with me with work. He would just sit there, shake his head, shrug his shoulders, and just look at me like I'm stupid. But let that telephone ring. Oh my God. He get on that phone, talking so clear as day. Even if he's, making his voice sound different, I still can understand what he's saying on the phone. But as soon as he hang up the phone, now he's talking where I can't understand him. And I'm like, this is crazy. I'm trying to help you. I could just leave you laying in this bed pretending to be sick and make you fend for yourself, because what would you do if you was home by yourself? But I wasn't thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? But I started getting fed up with his silent treatment when he telling me he don't feel good, this, that, and the third. And so I'm like, you know what? I ain't finna ask no more. I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna get what I want. If what I bring back ain't what he actually want or need, oh well, that's your business. Figure it out. So I think he thought that because he's playing sick, that I was gonna change my mind about Thanksgiving Day. No, baby. We were supposed to go to my brother's house. Well, okay, first of all, because he wouldn't give me a definite answer of what we were gonna do. He just kept saying, 1 minute he was like, we're gonna go to his mom's house for Thanksgiving and we'll celebrate Christmas here. Then he was like, nah, we'll just celebrate Thanksgiving here. And so by the time he finally was like, we'll just celebrate Thanksgiving here, it's too late for me to run out to the stores now to go and grab dinner and all this here good stuff to cook Thanksgiving dinner here. So my brother and his family had invited us over in the first place, but I still normally cook at my house for Thanksgiving, so that way I still get to enjoy not having to cook for X amount of days or whatever. I don't care who house I go over for Thanksgiving or whatever. If I'm in town, I still cook at my own house, so that way I have food there. And whatever I don't cook, that's what I'll take from whoever house that I go and celebrate Thanksgiving at or whatever. Anyways, all that good stuff. So now it's too late for me to pick up anything to cook because he didn't give me enough time to figure it out, which I felt like he did that on purpose. So now here's the day before and he's just like, I ain't feeling good or whatever. So I asked him, I was like, so you don't think you'll be feeling a little bit better tomorrow to want to go, celebrate Thanksgiving? And he was like, I'm feeling sick. I'm not going nowhere. Okay, that's fine. So I already figured that way anyway, because now all of a sudden you feeling sick. You fall sick and you was just fine the night before. Now all of a sudden you're sick when you wake up. Just a tactic to not have to celebrate Thanksgiving or whatever. So all day long, I'm asking this man questions. He's not saying anything to me. That was the only thing he did say. And he said that with attitude. And I'm like, I ain't did nothing to you, sir. Cut the attitude out. I'm trying to help you. I said, but it's okay. Figure it out yourself. So next day got here. I get up that morning. He up and moving around. He looked just fine. He actually put on clothes. These are dumb games that he played. He got up, put on clothes as if he was going to be going with us. Went outside and sat in the car and everything. Just to wait until I came outside. Once I come outside and we getting ready to go, he gets out the car. And my son had a basketball goal that had a tire on top of it and some bricks or whatever. And he gets out the car and goes sits on the brick. I ain't saying nothing because I ain't playing this game with you no more, sir. I'm good. I done seen this show too many times, and what you want me to do is sit here and ask you, are you going? After I seen you get dressed, after I seen you go sit in the car, and then when I come outside, you get up and go sit on the basketball goal or whatever. Because you want me to say, are you going? So you can yell at me or have a little attitude when you respond to my answer or whatever, my question. So he can have an attitude and be like, I told you I wasn't going nowhere. Nah, sir, we done did this too many times. So I looked at him get out the car and go sit on that brick, and I got right on in my car. And my son then was like, Pops, you coming? And he said, nah, I ain't coming. He said it nice and calm to him. But if I would have asked, he would have ate my head off. Didn't I tell you I wasn't coming? Is that ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm not even going to give you the benefit. So one, that pisses him off because I'm not reacting to him like I normally do. He really, I'm telling you, he really wanted me to ask him, is he going? And I really didn't want to ask him because I already knew the answer. And all I wanted him to do was watch my smoke while I pull off. Because that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to pull off. That's it. So, after my son asked him the question, he got in the car. He closed the door. I drove right on. Didn't even look at him. I turned my head up and kept looking straight ahead. And I headed on out. Next thing, I see him in the middle of the road talking. So he runs up to the car. So you just gonna leave and don't give me a kiss? Oh, you want a kiss? Oh, you want a kiss? Oh, okay. Yeah, here you go. Gave him a kiss or whatever. And he still thought that I was gonna ask him, why you ain't going? Stay your lonely, miserable behind here at the house where you ain't got nobody to talk to, nobody to argue with, no nothing. And be peaceful. Be merry. Happy Thanksgiving, sir. Because I'm finna go have me a good time. And that's exactly what I did. I went to my brother them house and I had me a wonderful time. Chilling with the family. Then I get a phone call. Can you bring me a plate of everything that y'all got? You know what all I eat. Because I'm nice, I did. But what I said to him on the phone was like, you should have bought your behind here, and you wouldn't have had to worry about me bringing you no plate, baby. Because I did not plan on bringing any plates home, because that was the whole point. If we going somewhere else, I didn't need to bring no plates home because we got food at the house. But if you'd have gave me a lot more notice, you'd have had food at the house. Just sit there and eat on while we over there having ourselves a good time. So what he did was called me on video chat, because he done went down the road to one of the neighbors' house, who he talked to the old dude down there, whatever. And he got him a little plate from down there. So now he in the video eating a plate of food from down there. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So you went and celebrated Thanksgiving with somebody else. Just didn't celebrate it with me. So we back talking. He talking, and he got all this conversation for me today. Why though? So Thanksgiving is over, and I stayed at my brother's house till about 11 o'clock that night. I had a good time. I wasn't ready to go yet. So when it was over, it was over. And that's when I left. I didn't rush to get home to him or nothing, because in my mind, the way I'm acting, I thought that he was going to pack his things up and leave. So I was expecting him to be packed up when I got home and set up waiting on his ride to get there. That's what I imagined in my head. So I was already cool with him leaving. I'm like, yeah, he finna for sure leave me now, because I ain't doing what he want me to do. I ain't reacting the way he want me to react. So I know he gonna probably pack his stuff up and leave. So surprisingly, when I got home, he wasn't packed up. He wasn't ready to go. He wasn't nothing. But he was ready when it was bedtime. Oh, what? Oh, no, I know. But yeah, so I get home. I'm carrying on the way I was when I left the house. I ain't mad at you. I ain't got no attitude with you or nothing. I'm just not saying nothing to you, just like you wasn't saying nothing to me. And if you want to talk to me, the only way we gonna talk is when you say something to me. That's how I'm moving. So I get home, I take me a shower, I get in the bed, and as soon as I get in the bed, Mr. want to start rubbing and touching. I ain't say nothing. I'm letting him rub and touch. But he got that one move. He got that one move, boy, when I was waiting on it. So he's sitting there rubbing and touching, and ain't nothing happening on my end. So he gets up out the bed and come walk on my side of the bed. And it's dark in the room, but I can see him because the bathroom light is on or whatever. And he's standing there, and he's like assuming the position. And I'm like, I know you ain't. I said, you ain't said 2 words to me all day. I said, and we ain't talked about what just happened and the way you been treating me. I said, nah, I'm good. He said, well, take your ass to sleep then. I said, and that's exactly what I do. But that was the first time I ever shut him down on sex. I don't care what we went through. That would have been something petty that he would have been able to get the draws with. But that time, I'm like, you know what? I got to start valuing me. And at that moment, I did something totally different that I had never did with him ever. And baby, I was like, yeah, I shut him down. He got in the bed. He ain't make no more attempts or whatever. And so I was like, yeah, he pissed now. So I don't know where this going to lead us. I said, but I'm quite sure he's going to leave me now. So I was when him coming back into the relationship, I know that he's going to leave again. I just never know when he's going to leave. So I prepared myself for that. If he just ups and leave, it is what it is. I'm not going to let it faze me, because I already suspected. I just don't know when it's going to happen. So it was easier for me to let go this time around, because we've done this so many times, and I'm just tired of going through the emotions and sitting here begging him to stay and all this stuff. I'm not doing that no more. So when he finally did decide to up and leave, I was like, okay. And when he ready to leave, I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to be just as ready for him to leave, just as well as he's ready to leave. And sure enough, after he stayed all the way through Christmas, my birthday, and all that good stuff. And we had good times. We had no more problems after that Thanksgiving incident. We had no more problems. He played the T all the way up until January 27th. It really started on January 26th, 25th, because he told me he sent the message to me that Thursday. That Friday is when he called the police. Well, it was Friday, Saturday-ish. He called the police on me, and then that Saturday he ended up packing, going ahead and leaving or whatever. So from from Thanksgiving, everything was cool, but I always kept my guard up that he was gonna leave. I just never knew when he was gonna leave, and I was cool with that. So when he left, baby, I agree with you. Go ahead and go. That's the best thing for you and for myself, because he ended up calling the police on me because he's sitting here with that stupid smirk on his face, looking at me, taunting me, and what's the word? Provoking me. And he's sitting there, he's doing it, and he's on the phone lying to people and all that good stuff. But y'all go back to the beginning for that story. All of that is on there or whatever for the people who don't know or whatever. But just wanted to say that the way he operated with the sex, he thought sex would fix everything, and it didn't fix that night. So anybody else experienced that with their narc? Let me know. Y'all have a great day. I love y'all. Grow something, fall in love with yourself, and don't let no narc tear you down. You are way worth more than what they tell you you are. You're more than. Don't let them make you feel less than. Love you. Have a great day.